Hello and share. This is the giant witchy haul video. I'm sort of behind on the pagan weekly challenge, but I will go back to my 5 weeks that I have missed very soon now. So let me start showing you that massive haul that I have of stuff. I got stuff all over the place. Some stuff I got over the internet. For instance, I got some haul from the Witchcraft Museum in Boscastle and Troy Books, and you know, if you can, support witches and people trying to keep magical crafts alive, because basically when you give to the witches, you give to the, you give to the spirits of witchcraft, and you're basically refueling your own magic. So I got 2 posters here. Here, let me open them for you. While I'm trying, tell me, how are you? Are you doing okay? How is August in your country? Is it hell? You see me, I'm all burnt, my faces are all burnt, and I'm like, I'm basically, being cooked in the sunlight here. Is August in the US okay? Is August in the UK okay? Anyway, this is a poster from the Museum of Witchcraft, where you see, skulls and amethysts and a hand of glory. I'm going to frame that, and I'm going to put this, I'm going to hang it where I have where. It's an investment poster. It's not something that I would need now. It was something that I would need in the future. So that's one. The other one is basically an artwork of Cernunnos that I was planning to give as a gift. I might still give it as a gift. This is the artwork of Cernunnos. It's an artist print. I love it. I don't worship Cernunnos personally. I think that you either like a pun person and a Cernunnos person, and I'm a pun person. If I have to choose a home god, I would stick with pun. Simply because he basically had to be taught how not to masturbate until he kills the entire universe. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you where he's from unless I sincerely remember where everything is from. Those 2 are assuredly from the Witchcraft Museum in Boscastle, Cornwall. If you're in the British Isles, go visit there. It's really amazing. My friends have been there. I haven't been there yet, but I'm dying to go there, and they are going to have a conference about hexing soon, so this might be interesting for you. Okay, so I have a bunch of books here from Troy Books. Let's start with this one. The British Book of Charms and Spells by Graham King. This is a standard hardback edition. It's affordable. And one of the things that I really like about books like that is that, even though they are hardcover and you pay a few pounds more, it's affordable. You get to have them, after you use them and read them a lot, you get like a Giles library look. To cure warts, or to, for cracked heel in the buttocks, or to kill an ill wisher. You see that Cornelius Agrippa heart with with nails in it. Okay, that's one. The second one is, I don't think that any proper witch should go on Tumblr or whatever without, is The Devil's Dozen. Oh, that, by the way, this is by Graham King. Okay, the current owner of the Witchcraft Museum, or the previous one, I don't remember. This one is The Devil's Dozen. It's a book by Gemma Gary. They talk about it in that blog, in that thing called On the Black Chair. I really like the channel On the Black Chair. I'm subscribing, I'm liking it. Gemma Gary has several of her works featured there, and I don't think you can be a scary witch today without this book. Look how scary the horned one looks on this. I think that, if you have a Christian parents that you want to have a heart attack and inherit them, just hide one of those things in your book and move out in your house and move out and leave it like on the table for them to find or something. It's really, really scary, that sabbatical goat. And I really like this, that is of it, I really like witchy aesthetics, but I'm actually going to read the book and see if there is something here practicable. Okay, so it's interesting. Okay, and the last hardback is this. It's the Black Toad by Gemma Gary, and forward by Michael Howard, which is a big name in the witchy community. Look, don't you like this style of, like, you know, wood carving? The Black Toad, Old Mother Green Cup, the virtues of tree, infusions of virtue, curative plant charms, yada yada yada, protections and defenses, cursed magic and blasting. Finally, somebody is writing something about this. You know, illustrations. That's very interesting. I'm going to read this. Hey, vicious lady, are you saying this? Have you read this book? Tell me what you think about this. I'm curious. Okay, my last book by Gemma Gary is this. Traditional Witchcraft, a Cornish Book of Ways, and they had that in hardback with green. You know, I like the green hardback with the goat on it, but you know, it was like out of print, and I wonders for the knowledge anyway. So if I can't have it, you know, I will take it for my knowledge. You know, I will take the soft cover any day. Look, she is showing her mandrake root, her carved mandrake root. And I sent several mandrake's root to someone on YouTube, and I wonder, after she said she received them, you know, if she'll send me a love gift back, because she didn't yet. Okay, I also got, and this is from the Witchcraft Museum, The Witch's Herbal by Michael Howard. Again, I haven't read those yet, but what I like about this one is that you see it's in color. The print is in color, it's high quality page, it's in color. Dandelion, magical significance and folklore. And of course I'm opening the Hecatean herb the moment that I open this book. Well, let's describe, okay. Dandelion is not mentioned by classical writers on botany and herbalism, but it was popular among Arab herbalists in the Middle Ages. The dry chopped roasted leaves were used in the First World War as a substitution for coffee. Fresh leaves are also used in salads. Despite its leonine name, Culpop replaced this very common use after the rulership of Jupiter. The name dandelion comes from French dandelion, lion tooth, and refers to the fang shape, blah 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 blah. I'm reading about this and I'm not saying any magical properties. Okay, dill. The common name dill originated from the ancient Indo-European word meaning to blossom, and it is believed to have originated in Asia. As a medical plant, it's probably been used for thousands of years, and one of the plants referred in the Bible. Dill is one of the group of magical flowers mentioned in oral binding charm against the power of witchcraft and ill wishing. St. John's wort were vein in dill, hinder of witches and their will. It also believed that a sprig of dill fixed to the door of a suspected witch would prevent her living until it was removed. However, the traditional witches ignored that and used it in love potions. Probably it's a binding thing, like a Saturnian thing. Culpepper puts it under mercury in its magical use for strengthening the brain. Example, improving memory and increasing intellectual powers. Okay, so it has a little something. It has an ash charm in the front. I think it's the ash charm they have in the museum that was prepared by the coven by Gardner. I was delighted to know that ash is growing in Israel. It's apparently a plant well known in Israel and used for beautifications of lawns. So I started drawing some ash fruits to do the same. Okay, Cecil Williamson, Book of Witchcraft, the Grimoire of the Museum of Witchcraft by Stephen Patterson. Again, another thing that appears in the witchcraft, you know, on the black chair. You can hear all about this. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. I'm really dying to read those books. And I got 2 CDs, only to discover that my CD-ROM no longer works, so I will have to deal with it later. One of them is Jones Cottage Spells and Charms. It's the soundtrack, a soundtrack from Museum of witchcraft and magic, and they have a little mistake here. There is no space between museum and the word of, but they have like the logo here. Okay, Lacrime Mundi, introduction, love spells, healing spells, controlling spell, the witch's spell, Deluge Savai. Okay, that's interesting. And another one that I've gotten, and I wanted this for many years now, it's Songs of Witchcraft and Magic from the British folk tradition. Include, and I know that what's his name, Graham King, was interested in music of traditional British music. The Two Magicians, Bloomfield Hill, The Bitter Withy, The Bells of Paradise, Willy Lady, Young Orphy, Jupiter Gentle, and more songs in there. I don't think this would be a very popular soundtrack. Maybe it would be like okay. It's interesting to keep for historical values, and all those people trying to add music to their rituals could learn from this CD one or two things apparently. Okay, now another one of my hauls. I have been to an Ethiopian shop, and I've forgotten the pot. I will bring it and be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry I'm late, that it took so while. I got this pot, this black pot that Papa Legba wanted. It's made from Ethiopia, in Ethiopia, and it's made from clay. It's not made from iron, it's not made from any metal, and probably you could cook in it. Probably it's cooking grade pot. And I don't know how many people today have tried to cook in a clay pot on the stove or in the oven. But if you make potatoes in one of those, it would come out delicious. Anyway, Papa Legba told me he wanted this pot, so I would put his mysteries in it. And as you see, there is this pattern of leaves and all sorts of symbols and barley, and it's very highly decorated and handmade. Okay, I also got this very precise, shiny glazed, pretty incense burner. Those things cost nothing, really. It was very cheap. Ethiopian people in Israel, they are not rich people, so they can't afford buying really expensive things for their collection. So you can find a lot for very cheap. Okay, I got those 3 incenses. 2 of them are basically sandalwood incenses. I like the Ethiopian sandalwood incenses because the sandalwood from Ethiopia is slightly more lemony, and I like the lemon smell. And this one is basically a mix of lavender, rose, fancy, jasmine, bouquet, fugery, and flora. And it has an expiration date in 2016. So it's interesting. I got this too. I got those. I didn't pay more than 80 shekels on all of it. Now, I also got this separately. Okay, this is The Witches of Echo Park by Amber Benson, and if that name sounds familiar, it's because Amber Benson is the actress that played Tara in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and she went on to explore witch characters in literature afterwards. So I'm very excited. I'm very psyched to read this. It's very interesting, and we are almost halfway through. I have a lot of stuff to show you people. Okay. Also, I'm having a time with my sister witch Shaloya in the mall. Hello, Shaloya. And in that time, we go and we shop around from some sale in the mall. We are having a mall day, and if you lived in Israel, you would understand that basically air conditioners are very expensive, and being in the mall for a day in the summer is not it's not an exceptional thing, and it's something that many people do. They just sit in a cafe and lounge around different shops and buy themselves some cheap stuff. And in one of the malls in Haifa, I won't tell you which one, we have our regular shops where we buy stuff. So I got this set of opaline glass things, and I don't think that you could have buy opaline stuff for many years in Israel that weren't vintage, and this is not vintage, this is new. And you can't see it so much on camera, but basically It's really like something made from opal. It has this green sheen in it. It's not like really white. So this is a bowl. I got 2 cups like this, 2 wine goblets and chalices, and it's a good thick glass. It's like, you know, it's not something that, it's not delicate, but it's also very decorative. You see that eye needlepoint pattern, okay? And also I got 2 boxes from this style. This is one of them. This is the small box that doesn't have anything in it yet, so I don't mind sharing it to you. And the big box, well, it has something in it. I'm not telling you what it is, but basically I'm using it for a magical walk right now. And those were on sale, so they weren't so expensive. I'm very happy I got this set. And moving on. Okay. I went to the fairy forest in Dizengoff Center, which is like a fairy shop, and I got a couple of candles. Those are handmade candles, and buying them, basically, you know, it's a donation. And I really wondered that if the inside is like white or black. I don't care if it's white or black, because if it's black I can use it for protection. If it's white in the inside I can use it for reversing. I don't know. I will see what it is, and it's also a donation, so the candles come with the offering. Okay. I got this cheap mix of it's called Thailand incense. I wonder what the quality is. It was dirt cheap, and it's a lot. Look, it's a big amount of dirt cheap incense, and I wonder what quality it is. And this is a gift, basically, to a friend of mine that asked me to give her some of those, you know, some cones. And I got myself a pentacle. Now, I've been drooling over a sister pentacle of this that had a coppery snake around it from Alchemy Gothic for many years now, while the, you know, since 2006. And I didn't get what I wanted, the copper one, so I settled for this. This cost me like, I don't know, like $4, something like that. 20 shekel. It's really nothing. And I'm opening this right now, and I'm going to wear it right now. Really was dirt cheap. And, you know, I'm feeling very connected to serpentine energy this year. I'm not sure why. So, you know, I let this, like, you know, ride. So, please, do tell me, does this suits me? Does it look good on me? You like this on me? Is it too big? Is it too small? Is it too crude? Is it too fine? What do you think? Tell me. Do you like this on me? It really didn't cost me a lot, but I want to keep this year. I have a good feeling about snakes this year. Also, I got Nag Champa cones. They were like dirt cheap. Usually one of those costs 50 shekels. Now it was like 2 plus 1. It was a good bargain. So that's what I did in the fairy forest with my friend, another friend, not my sister witch, another sister witch that I love very much. You know who you are. Okay. Now the last thing, you know, the last 2 things that I've gotten. I got basically this gift set that fell apart. At least at least the cardboard fell apart. Okay, this is a violet scented set. It's called Wild Violet Body Wash. They call body wash to body soap. I don't know why. It's soap. It has bubble bath basically, and some sea salts. And this also cost me dirt cheap. I bought this to think if this is something that I could enchant, because, you know, violet is basically a mansaguepo, meaning it's a herb that you can use to control and dominate people. And even though probably it doesn't contain any violets, I have violet essential oil. And if it smells like a violet, I could I could enchant this set to give to people to make them more attractive, to help them find a mate. I'm going to use this set myself. This was merely an experiment, but this is a cheap set, but it's high quality. So I'm very happy with it. And it also came with this scrubber. I don't know, maybe I will put some purifying oil that someone could purify him or herself. And I really like this aspect of modern witchcraft, where you can take products that are already out there and add stuff to them. And now the last product that I've gotten that actually survived was this. This is basically a set of body mists and creams. I actually got this for the body mist, but I can also mix stuff with creams. And it has rose and vanilla, lavender and sandalwood, and it also has like matching hand creams. Okay, it's glued in, so I'll take it out later. But anyway, wait, let me show it to you. The sandalwood scented one smells precisely like the Coronia 1800 that you get in the spiritual stores. So this could be used for cleansing, and actually that was cheap. The entire set was cheaper than getting this to Israel, so I'm going to buy this set a lot. The lavender thing is like more severe. It's like for older women. It's like for women that is like, that have this deathly thing going on with them, like children of Oya, children of Oba, children of Gewa. And the rose one is very sweet. It's very delicate. And the thing is this, that you can open this and saturate some herbs in there. You can open it, take the liquid out of it, put it in the bottle, put the herbs that you need in it, wait for 2 weeks, because it's basically alcohol and water based, and it's not an oil that you have to wait for 3 months. Okay, and then you can sieve it and rebottle it and use it for your witchcraft. It's amazing. You can use this, to give yourself some domination boost or whatever. So this is my my whole video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment and subscribe for more good videos from me. Thank you. Bye bye and share.